Sergio Fernando Moro is a Brazilian jurist, former federal judge and college professor who served as Minister of Justice and Public Security for the government of President Jair Bolsonaro from 2019 to 2020. In 2015 he gained fame in Operation Car Wash, a high-profile scandal of corruption and bribery involving government officials and business executives. On the 29th of October 2018, days after the 2018 election, President-elect Jair Bolsonaro nominated Moro to be Minister of Justice and Public Security. On the 1st of November, Moro accepted the job after personally meeting with Bolsonaro. His appointment to Bolsonaro's cabinet and the way he had previously conducted Operation Car Wash drew praise from his peers and by a significant portion of the Brazilian society. But also significant criticism was voiced, especially after revelations of alleged partiality and judicial misconduct on his part, published by the American investigative journalist Glenn Greenwald. During the car wash investigations, Moro left the government in April 2020, mentioning the president's undue interference in the affairs of the Ministry of Justice and Public Security. Since November 2020 he is a lawyer with the firm Alvarez & Marçal. Since his retirement from public service, leaked messages exchanged between then-Judge Moro and Brazilian prosecutors resulted in widespread questioning of his impartiality during the Operation Car Wash hearings. Moro has publicly disputed these allegations. On March 9, 2021, the habeas corpus trial was resumed in the Supreme Federal Court that questioned his impartiality, with two judges, Gilmar Mendes and Ricardo Lewandowski, voting that Moro was indeed biased, including the vote of these two last for the payment of a $40,000 fine and the court costs of the lawsuit filed against Lula. Moro was born in Maringa, son of Odete Stark Moro and Dalton Oreo Moro, a former professor of geography at the State University of Maringa, who died in 2005. His elder sibling, Cesar Fernando Moro, owns a technology company. The Moro family moved to Ponta Grossa when Sergio and Cesar were children. He is of Italian descent, with origins in the region of Veneto, and identifies as Catholic. Moro is married to Rosangela Wolf de Quadros, a lawyer and current legal solicitor of the National Association of Parents and Friends of Exceptional Children. They live in Curitiba and have a couple of school-age children. In addition to his professional career, little is known about his personal life. An article published in December 2014 by Isto magazine described him as someone with reserved lifestyle and simple habits. Moro got a law degree from State University of Maringa in 1995. During his studies, he interned in a law firm for 2 years, being described as a sensational person by the lawyer who hired him. He attended a summer course at Harvard Law School in 1998, including studies on money laundering promoted by the U.S. Department of State. He received his master's degree in 2000 from the Federal University of Paraná with the dissertation Development and Judicial Enforcement of Constitutional Norms, guided by Professor Clemison Merlin Cleave. In 2002, he completed a PhD in state law at the same institution with the thesis, Constitutional Jurisdiction as Democracy, guided by Marshal Justin Filho. In 2007, he participated in the International Visitor Leadership Program in which he visited U.S. agencies and institutions responsible for preventing and combating money laundering. In 1996, Moro started teaching to law graduates at his alma mater, the Federal University of Paraná. This very same year, he became a federal judge in Porto Alegre, before moving to Joinville, Santa Catarina, in 1999. Between 2003 and 2007, Moro worked in a case involving the public bank Banestado. The investigation resulted in the arrest of nearly 200 people for tax evasion and money laundering. In 2012, he worked with Rosa Weber, a minister of the Brazilian Supreme Court. In the Mensalão scandal, Weber called him because of his experience with cases involving financial crimes, more specifically money laundering. In 2014, while working in Curitiba, Sergio Moro became one of the head judges in Operation Car Wash, a massive criminal investigation that started as a money laundering case and evolved to a huge corruption scandal crackdown, involving bribery and misappropriation of public funds by political authorities. The investigation was modeled after Money Pulite in Italy. Corruption scandals in Brazil usually take a long time to be investigated and the legal processes tend to stagnate. However, at an unusual speed, Moro authorized further investigations, detentions and interrogations of suspects. By late 2017, at least 120 sentences were carried and 175 people were sent to jail. Despite some criticism from fellow jurists for being a media darling, Moro enjoyed high popularity with the Brazilian people and became one of the main faces in the fight against